friends, I have been going down the Rudy Farias rabbit hole for this one. It is indeed the strangest rabbit hole I have ever went in. I don't even know what tunnel to take next. If you don't know who Rudy is by now, just make sure you watch my first video about Rudy on my channel, Murder She Shed, before you even try to watch this video, or you will be so confused. Like I said, it is many rabbit holes on this one. I dug deep for this information, and I'm not sure how much is actually fact. So I'm going to start by saying everything we will discuss is alleged at this time. And let me grab a Dr. Pepper because I'm going to need one. Because now Rudy's cousin's coming out and saying what Quanell X is saying about the mother essaying Rudy is absolutely true. And she can back that up. Woo! This case is getting to be something. And I thought Oklahomans were crazy. You Texas people got us beat. Hello, my name is Holly. Welcome to the Murder She Shed, the place where we discuss breaking news as well as rarely discuss true crime. Right from my little she shed. Make sure you join us weekly. We'd love to have you. Now let's begin on this bizarre case. Not only the story's big in Texas, but so are the characters. Let me gather my thoughts and decide where to start, because this case goes from crazy to weird to crazy to weird, weird to crazy, weird to crazy. I don't know. Let's just get started with the new allegations made by Rudy's cousin, Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle alleges she has first-hand information on the essay that he has endured. She alleges she heard these accusations from Rudy's grandmother, who used to live with JANIE and Rudy before she passed away. She states the grandmother had told her years ago that Rudy was being essayed, PA'd, MA'd by his mother. And this did not just start when JANIE reported Rudy missing. It started when he was just a child. So although the Houston PD are not backing Quanell X up, several other relatives are. I suppose since police could not verify Rudy lived with JANIE, the essay just continued to happen. I don't know. This is just bizarre. I'm confused why, if it was known years ago, why it couldn't have been stopped then. I don't know. But according to the cousin, that's what she's now saying. Now let's talk about all the scammers in this case. So Rudy's brother Charles was killed in a motorcycle accident in 2011. Charles was more like a father than a brother to Rudy. Apparently, Charles had life insurance, that's what I'm hearing, that was left to Rudy. Rudy's mother, JANIE, took him to the scene of the accident to see his brother after he'd had a motorcycle wreck. I ride a motorcycle, and I know what people look like after a motorcycle wreck. It's no place for a kid to go see their brother. He was 14 years old at the time, and she took him to the scene of the accident. I can't imagine what he suffered mentally just from that. Anyway, back to life insurance. I just wanted to add that part. In Texas, you have to be 18 before receiving life insurance money. And Rudy went missing at 18. Just a few months before Rudy went missing, his father unalived himself. His father, Rudolph Perez III, who was a cop, killed himself on August 19, 2014, just hours after he was relieved of duty for allegedly writing bogus traffic tickets to make overtime money. So Rudy just turned 18 around a month before his dad died. I wonder who was the guardian of the life insurance money, or if it was put in a trust until Rudy turned 18. Just curious if Rudy ever received any of this money, or did the money have to do with something to do with his disappearance just after turning 18. I've heard that if Rudy stayed missing longer than 3 years, then the money would go to next of kin, which was his mother, JANIE. As you are fixing to find out, Rudy's mother is all about the money and will go to great lengths to get it, scamming everyone in her path. So why would that stop her when it came to her own son? So right before Rudy went missing in 2015, his mother, Janie Santana, had created a GoFundMe page claiming that her son Rudy had been diagnosed with cancer. Rudy did not have cancer. That GoFundMe was closed down after Rudy went missing, with another one created by Janie with the goal of making $75,000 to help find Rudy. she received just over $2,000 before the page was shut down this week. Yes, it was just shut down this week. Now, we all know Rudy was never missing. Also, days after Rudy supposedly disappeared, JANIE attended a community fundraiser organized to aid the search of Rudy. JANIE showed up 2 hours later after the fundraiser had started and pocketed the money, approximately $2,000, and then left within 20 minutes without even saying thanks to anyone. On Facebook, JANIE solicited donations to go to California to check on an injured person who matched the description of her son and had showed up in a hospital even though she knew her son was in her own house all along. It was all about the money and scamming people and getting a quick vacation, I believe. This may be the most sick of all. She actually went to a morgue to identify a deceased body after getting a call from a medical examiner. She thought it might have been Rudy. When she knew it wasn't Rudy, he was right there being held hostage in her house. That's just so disturbing. I was like, what the heck kind of messed up stuff is that? She even had Rudy's aunt go with her. JANIE operates several pages under her own name and aliases and uses photos of attractive younger women that appeared to have been taken from the internet, pretending these women are actually her. JANIE goes by several fake identities. She has so many names online, you can't even keep up with all of them. She's basically a catfish, and she once stole the photos of a budding country musician. She also created a family of catfish profiles to support her posts on her main character's account. She uses these to scam people. So I saw this post from 2012 after his brother died. Did JANIE use the brother's death to scam people too? JANIE even smoothed her way into other missing child groups and was able to profit off of them. In this case of a missing 4-year-old little girl, she became an admin for the group in order to raise money and profit off of this child's disappearance. Yep, she is a monster. JANIE allegedly manipulated and exploited the mother of a missing person in 2015, telling her both men, her son and Rudy, were spotted together in Louisiana, which she knew was a lie because her son was sitting at home. But she told this mother that had a missing child that she seen or somebody seen Rudy with her son. That's just sick. JANIE even contacted the mom Tina on some of her many fake accounts. A man wed JANIE in 2012 only to discover she was a bigamist who was legally married to at least 2 other spouses at the time. Apparently JANIE has been married 8 times, but I'm not even sure of that, since she could be faking some of those marriages on Facebook, so don't know if that's fact. JANIE's sister and Rudy's aunt claimed she was SA'd by JANIE's dad and predators running the family, so the aunt believes everything that Quanell X is saying too. Along with the cousin, a lot of Rudy's family believe that this is the truth. Remember how we discussed the officers being at JANIE's house because of a burglary right after Rudy was found at the church? Well, it is now being said that Rudy paid some men to rob her house of evidence that could be used against her. Although the Houston police are completely denying that Rudy was SA'd by his mother, Quanell X refuses to back down from his claims and has been standing in front of JANIE's house doing interviews. Honestly, the whole press conference felt like a 3-ring circus and made me second guess everything. I don't even know what to believe at this point because Quanell has some history on himself. He has scammed people too, so honestly don't know what to believe. So the new Black Panther Party in Houston cut ties with Quanell X, whose birth name is Ralph Evans, in 2018 after at least 14 lawsuits were filed against him. Allegations were made by multiple residents that claimed Quanell X stole money from them after agreeing to help them with their legal cases. The party made claims that he had the public for more than a decade. There is even a Victims of Quanell X Facebook page, and here is a victim story.
Contacted Quanell X in 2007 for my son. He asked me for the initial payment of $3,500 to investigate, which he never did. The next time he found me a lawyer, and he asked me for $5,000 for the lawyer. Well, the lawyer called me back and told me he couldn't do anything for $5,000. So I told Quanell X, and he asked me for $4,500. He was going to get another lawyer. I never seen the lawyer. Then the next time he asked me for $1,500 for an investigator. I never did get no paperwork from him. And to find out, Channel 13 interviewed the investigator, and the investigator said he did it for free. I only gave him the money because I wanted him to help my son.
Although, to be fair, he has done some great things in his community. Quanell X is credited with bringing closure to the March 2007 investigation murder of Texas A&M University student Tanisha Stewart. He was the only person who was able to get a confession from Timothy Wayne Shepard, the suspect in the murder. Although Quanell X wants JANIE arrested, as of now, Rudy has not filed any charges against his mother for the alleged SI. Rudy allegedly is taking time away from his mother to adjust and will call his family when he's ready. Although currently there is no charges against JANIE, the fundraising platform GoFundMe has permanently banned her. Houston police say the investigation against JANIE is still ongoing. JANIE still has not backed down from claims that Rudy was actually kidnapped by traffickers. After Rudy's disappearance in 2015, JANIE told at least 4 private investigators that Rudy had been trafficked to Mexico, and even named the woman who was supposed to have trafficked him. When the supposed trafficker was found by investigators, she said that Rudy's mom had talked to her and she told JANIE she didn't want anything to be involved in her scam in any way. And then, as you know, Rudy was found beaten up at the church that day. And what I understand happened to that was that he actually stole his mother's car and then got into a wreck trying to get away from his mother. So obviously, we know that he didn't want to be with his mother. Rudy was initially placed back with his mother at first, but has since come to live with a family friend, and JANIE is said to be in hiding, fearing for her life. It seems like we have got to picture Rudy as a child, since that is all the pictures that have been released. And at this point, Rudy seems like a helpless child to us, when in reality, he is 26 years old. What has not been answered is if Rudy is developmentally delayed. This would make a difference in this case. Why didn't Rudy ask for help? Did JANIE have him so brainwashed he didn't realize that he was being, or was he in on the scheme with his mother? Ultimately, even if he was a part of the scheme, he is still a victim, even if there was no SA involved. JANIE raised him to live in this kind of life where she tricked, frauded, and scammed everyone she would meet in person or online. So did Rudy even stand a chance? It's probably best for Rudy if he never sees his mother again, but as an adult, that is now his choice. The whole case is sad, and sorry I don't have more answers. I can only give you my 2 cents. And you guys have opinions on this case too. I just hope that HPD press charges. It's only on JANIE, because I do not believe Rudy had an option in ending up any other way than the way he was raised. This is an extremely strange case that has my head spinning, and probably yours too. I wish I had more answers for you. I wish I could end this with the answer. And unfortunately, I can't. I can just give you more information every time I learn it. But you can't get the information unless you push that subscribe button, so you can come back and hear whatever news I have to tell you, whatever else I learn about this case, or just to hear really discuss true crime cases right here in my Murder She Shed. Me and Simon would love to have you guys come join us. Say bye. Say bye. Bye. Friends, I need a Dr. Pepper for this one. Boy, this is a heck of a case. And get caught up on this case, because it is a doozy. Southern Texas doozy. That's why I'm up from Oklahoma. No offense, Texas. Texas and Oklahoma always give each other a hard time. So we can do that. Not only the story is big in tech, it's warning, you may see ears in this episode. My German Shepherd. And my whole bed shaking. This is not a good idea, Bubby boy. You're going to have to move, I think. Now, you might see a character in this episode. Did you just see the fly right in my face? Oh, God. It's a wasp. Oh! I don't know what the crap that is. I don't kill that sucker. Sorry, people. Where'd it go? It's hiding. Holy crap, it's trying to sting. God dang it! It's trying to sting me. Oh, I broke my brush. Oh, God, it's still alive. It's dead. We don't have to worry about it anymore. We almost died by wasp. Red wasp on top of that. Those are not fun. He decided he's gonna lay down there after that. Here he is. He says bye. He says he loves y'all.
Do you punish yourself like me? Though you know it's not